Hello and welcome to Plus One to Gaming. I'm Chris.
And I'm Eric.
I'm Billy.
And I'm Mark.
We're jumping into the next session of our minor issue campaign, part of our ongoing Tales of Aowa homebrew series. Bill, it's been a little bit since we've last played. Do you mind giving us a bit of a recap before we jump back into the story?
Of course. So our plucky adventurers find themselves trapped in an abandoned and closed off section of the mines underneath the city of Harborton. During your rotation, there was some sort of earthquake disturbance. You don't really know what happened. But then all of a sudden, these weird spider creatures attacked the other group. And the other group, you hit the emergency button, which caused a cave-in that sealed you off. And after doing that, one of the members of the other group teleported out as it was leaving just you and the two members. One of them you rescued from these spiders that were dragging him still alive back to you don't know where. But you rescued him. He is not great. He is alive. You did heal him up enough that he's conscious, but he is nowhere near able to battle.
Yes, I do remember being told that you can't pour a potion in an unconscious man's mouth. So he was pretty bad.
Yeah,
you choked to death on it.
Yeah, but he is conscious now, or he is alive. He's fine. You now got him up to conscious, so you can pour a healing potion in there if you wanted to. And that's kind of where we left you guys. There's still about, I would say, 23 hours left of your quarantine area, or quarantine time, I should say, because once you hit that, you're able to communicate with the outside party. They said they're going to muster their forces and retake that lost section in force in 24 hours. And so you just have to survive for 24 hours. So that is what your goal is now. So what you guys want to do, I believe the last discussion was about, do you want to sit there and do you want to just wait 24 hours, or do you want to go investigate and figure out what exactly is happening? It is up to you what you guys want to do.
I believe Zon was inclined to explore and see the source of these spiders, but he's not an official member of the party. So what do you say, Umrin, Zazzle?
I feel like we need to press on, but we also have very little resources, which worries me.
Yes, what are our options?
I think I still have all my spell slots.
Lucky you.
Yeah, I mostly just missed with my crossbow.
Well, do we think we have about an hour to spare for a short rest?
We're taking a rest.
Probably, but I don't think it would help. I don't think it would help me personally.
Not everything's about you.
You don't recharge every time you take a short rest?
No, they don't.
Nope, don't think so.
Yep. When you spend a key point, it is unavailable until you finish a short or long rest, at the end of which you draw all your key back. All.
So perhaps it would be a bit beneficial for you to take a short rest.
I tell jokes the whole time, and they're hilarious, and you all feel way better.
What does that give me?
Extra D6 to your heal?
Yeah, it gives you an extra D6, yes.
And I think Wizard Claws, if they're
max.
taking a short rest, he'll use his Arcane Restoration.
Yeah, I
So
just one hit die.
as you are resting and you guys are all talking about this, I don't know, does it let sound out, or is it you guys making noise while you're in there? I guess
Yeah,
because you're telling jokes. Yeah.
Yep.
So
And
while
we're
you're
laughing,
telling
we're
your
giggling, chuckling,
Yeah.
chortling.
So while you're telling the jokes, one of the medium spiders comes up you see him just clear as day coming up from the south here. You see him? And
This little shit.
Yeah, he kind of goes over to where you are. He hears you, and he sees the corpses of the other spiders. You see him he's clacking around the dome a little bit. He's climbing on top. You
This is
see
an
him
exclusive comedy
he
club.
hears you
so
guys
they'll have to
inside.
leave.
And you see him, he walks over, tries to do it from this side, walks over around. And then after a few minutes of not being able to get through, you see him walk and return where he came from. And that's the only thing you see. And then after an hour, the hut is still there. You guys can leave it at any time, but as of right now, the an hour has passed. Everybody has done a short rest, and you can continue doing what you want to do.
Like, are we? So that like we all just got our spells back and everything. Like we're going for this, right? We're gonna go try to kill all these spiders. That feels like the consistency. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, I'm thinking.
Okay, talking to the void here.
When that one spider left, which way did he go?
He went to south, so I will draw a little pink line. So he went this way. Do you see the pink line?
I think we should follow its path down to the south corridor.
Yeah, I'm not interested in like trying to go back and sleep and get eaten by spiders. Let's go eradicate these little suckers.
So we hunt then.
We hunt. Let's go.
Okay. Before we depart, can we do some like housekeeping and preparation stuff
Oh, absolutely.
before we walk out into Murderfest?
I'm
I
just
imagine we
saying.
would have done this in the hour we spent.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, I
For
guess
sure.
if there's some specific stuff we would want to do, can we take those actions now?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, and things that that have a long period of time you could have done, in the in your hour, because hour rest, you just can't be doing any stressful, but you can plan. You can be doing like simple stuff. Yeah.
What did you want to do?
Well, I think he's gonna quaff down one of his mana potions that he crafted in between, so he regains one extra spell slot.
Perfect.
I think it's like a little eyedropper that because he doesn't like to drink these things, so it's to squirt it down his throat.
He doesn't lap it up.
No, they're not tasty. So his
Yeah.
magic paw has to like help him.
Put a little tuna juice in it next time.
It's a very good idea.
Yeah. Or whatever. Magic tuna. I don't know. Bluna. That's what they're called in this world.
Balloona.
Balloona.
Yes, fresh out.
That's canon. Save it.
is that so? We good? Everybody did what they want to do. We all ate our little treats.
One last
you
little spell, if you don't mind.
Yeah,
Actually,
just trying to get.
Yeah, let me just make sure I have this spell prepared because I don't want to cast a spell. Yes, he does. He'll cast False Life as well.
Perfect. How many hit points?
That's
Do you
1d4
get-
plus 4. 46.
Whoa.
That's not.
We'll just do 1d. Just
Hold on. I'll
You
do
wanna
it.
re-
You rolled the one. Oh,
yeah.
Six.
We'll just
okay,
keep
you got
6.
one
That's
more.
fine.
Sorry,
Yeah.
no, I hit 5 as soon as I was pressing enter on the side.
That is fine. So you got 6 extra hit points, and so you're up to 22
28.
regular, and now you have
28
28.
total.
Yeah,
Yeah.
total. All right. So yeah, Zahn was, you see him that he's like checking his armor, checking his weapon, checking his shield. He's a trained soldier, so he's doing his preventative maintenance, getting prepared for battle. Cal is just kind of huddled in the corner of the hut the entire time.
I'm gonna apply poison to my gloves.
Physically.
Last thing Wizard Claus is going to do is he's going to give a Wand of Magic Missile to his tiny servant.
Perfect.
I'm prepared. How about you, Zazzle? What are you doing to prepare yourself?
Oh, I'm just waiting on you guys.
Do you have those crossbow bolts ready?
Yeah, they're knocked and ready to go.
Looks like you guys are ready to go. Are you sticking with this formation, or Umran, you're in the front, and Zahn and Cal are kind of following behind you. Zizal, you're in the back, and Lord Wizard Claus is, kind of
Happily in the middle, safely.
walking around underneath everybody's feet. Sorry.
Yeah, I think that this is good. We keep Cal in the middle, protected.
As you keep going down, does somebody want to roll like how are you guys going to track these? Try to follow these tracks or track these where these guys were going? Was Umran was saying?
I mean, we watched it go at least part of the way, so
It's a tunnel.
Yeah.
So I figure
Are
it's
you gonna?
don't have much place to go, so I'm gonna follow that channel down south.
So Umran, take the lead, and so you guys start going south down the branch. You hit where it hits the main tunnel, and then you continue south down that main tunnel. Why doesn't everybody? I'm guessing you're looking around. Why doesn't everybody just give me a perception check right now, and we'll just we'll say that that's your perception for the entire time.
Oh, mine's pretty good.
Yeah, 16, Umrin, you're just looking out for obvious attacks. Zizal, because you guys don't have to focus on like being the front man. You guys are taking a little bit more time and can focus on things off to the side and things like that. You're just ready for battle. You're just half expecting at any time they're going to hop out. But as of now, nothing really has happened. And it just, the tunnel keeps going south. You don't see any changes. You've walked this tunnel probably 20 times now, maybe, because you did it a couple times a day, and this is third or fourth day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. 20 seems a lot, but you've done it quite a bit, enough that you kind of are familiar with the tunnel, and you don't see anything out of the ordinary. Zizal and Lord of Wither's Claws especially, like you every now and then, like you hear like that click clack and chattering of like these little spider creatures, like it's in front of you, but they are you don't see them, but you just hear every now and then like skittering just out of view.
Seems to be a lot more active now.
Yeah, I can hear a whole bunch of stuff clattering around.
Towards where we saw those crystals the first time, perhaps.
Yes, perhaps that's the source of where they're coming from.
They were down here to the south. Can I maybe like stealth now up to this junction here
Yeah,
as we approach?
absolutely. So you're gonna like stealth look around that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like try to peek as small as a target as possible around the corner. 22.
You peek your head around the corner. You give everybody like the don't stop. You look and you don't see any creatures down there. You see those crystals that you saw earlier. And it does look like something has changed from this distance. You can't really tell just because it's kind of the limit of your.
Ooh, where's my little torch, friend? I can help you.
It says we should perhaps we should investigate this area more. I feel like these crystals might have some relation to the crystals growing on those spiders. Send Torchette. Does Torchette have a wand now?
Yes, he's more powerfully equipped.
Yeah, he's got a wand and he's got a 20. So as you go down with your knife, you definitely see. So there was the crystal here that Lord Wizard Claws kind of turned into a little like wood, and then you chipped away at it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then but it was only temporary, so it turned back into that crystal. But you could tell that crystal has grown, and like that weakness has propagated into a large diameter hole. It's a medium-sized hole that you could squeeze through.
Looking into it, does it seem to be like a tunnel kind of hole that continues on, or is it just kind of like a hole that has a bottom to it? Or
it looks like, and I mean, roll me a survival check or an investigation check, whatever you want to do for investigating this. I'm going to move everybody down here. Oh yeah, Umrin, with your nat 20 on your survival skill.
Ooh.
I mean, you see right away that you can't see tracks in the crystal because it's too hard, but you see that there are a lot of tracks coming out of that hole. Those little specks in the rock, they're like their little rock dagger feet have like chipped away as they're coming in and out. It just looks clear as day to you that that there's been some activity coming in and out of this hole.
okay, I communicate that to the party. This appears to be the entry point for the spiders.
Perhaps we should seal it up.
Yeah, throw a fireball in there. Fuck it.
Zazzle, you should know I'm not that kind of wizard. What do we have at our disposal? Is it mostly dirt or mostly rock?
It's all rock. There's no dirt here.
Okay.
This is all hard rock stuff. And the crystals are, like I said, it's like quartz consistency where it's also very, very hard.
Wizard Claws, could we send Fiona ahead to see if she sees what she sees?
No, we could certainly try. She's a spider. She could see if she can crawl in there a little bit.
Sure, absolutely. So you're going to send her here, and she has dark vision, I would assume, because she's a spider. And you're going to take your round to look through her eyes, correct?
Yes.
So she crawls through. Yes. So what you crawl into, it's only a couple feet thick of this like crystal. But as you crawl through here, it looks like you are inside of a geode. It is, these yellow crystals are everywhere surrounding all of the walls. And you see that they're kind of growing. Some are growing in. You see some of them growing out. Some are like, I didn't want to cover the entire wall, but these are like there's some prominent big ones and a bunch of little smaller ones. There is like a hard, crystally, rocky floor that's not really that hard to walk on. It's not like spiky. It just looks like some sort of, like a geode, like a giant geode. And then inside here, you rolled me a perception check, right? We'll just say, since you're looking through her eyes, you can use your perception.
Okay.
Yeah. Well,
could I cash in my inspiration?
Absolutely, and do the double. Yeah. So with your, I'll just nat 20 per perception. When you go in here, you see that a couple of the big spiders. This looks like, I don't know if this is their home base, or what, but you see them. They're kind of hanging out. They know that you were coming, so that it looks like they've retreated back here, and they're kind of keeping an eye on you. But they weren't, they're not looking for a tiny little spider, so they're not. You don't see any alarm when you walk in.
Wizard Claws will relay. It seems we found their lair. It's right down there. Spiders everywhere.
What are their numbers? Can you tell?
3 spiders. And these are the big ones, right?
These are
3 of the larger spiders.
No, our last battle played out at 3-to-1 ratio of the small to large. So I would imagine there's big ones. That means that there's probably small ones hidden around as well.
Yes, they're quite clever too. They're quite crafty and sneaky.
Do you think this is where they were dragging Cal? If we hadn't stopped them?
It's where I would have taken him to devour him.
Well, is this something within our purview? Are we here to eradicate these spiders then? And if so, do we have to lure them out, or how?
I mean, I don't want these spiders coming at us when we're trying to sleep, and we all got to sleep and I don't want to be caught off guard. We're on guard right now. Let's deal with it.
What do you propose? We shimmy through the tiny little crack one at a time and hope they let us pop into their home and destroy them. Okay, well,
Yeah, that's how turn
that
order.
could be an
like
option.
Yes, I'm almost certain there's smaller ones hiding and lurking, waiting for us to come in. So, if we go, make sure you're ready. Humans first.
Yeah, I figured, yes.
Yeah, agreed.
I was just waiting. Everyone who's convinced we should go in one at a time thinks I should go first. Okay, let's do it. Give me that torch with the wand.
Let me before we go in. Let me do aid.
Okay, so the torch with the wand first. Fiona's already there. She's small, so she can just move out of the way. You can share a spot with her. You're going to cast aid right now?
Yes, I'm going to try to cast aid on Umran, myself, and the big one, Zahn.
Okay. All right. When you cast aid, it's got the verbal component. So you see through Fiona's eyes that they hide a little bit more.
Hell yeah, get scared.
They knew that that you were out there following them, but they've come back here. But it seems like now they know that attack is imminent, but they don't. They can't see you, and you can't see out through them just yet. But you can see them kind of prepare. So there's not really you don't get a surprise round anymore because they know you're there because you said words.
I said I'm quiet. We've been talking out here this whole damn time.
Well, that's the thing. Well, you rolled a stealth check, and so I kind of assumed that you guys were really talking quietly, stealthily. But in my I don't know. For verbal things or in my head, like you can't do things silently.
All right, whatever.
That's the whole. You can't be stealthily cast a spell that's somatic or verbal.
I got
Maybe
I
I'm
got to
wrong,
cast
but
that spell before we were in round, so that's worth it to me.
yeah. Just tell me what you guys are. Don't tell me what you guys are doing. So you're gonna put in the torch on the inside of the room, so he's gonna run in, right? So
I mean,
Aid's
more like
cast.
Potter.
Yeah. So aid is cast. I'm gonna let's say that you can rush into the room. They know to be there, so there's no surprise room, but I'm gonna say you can position yourselves, guys, at the entrance however you want. That's your like surprise round because they didn't like you're rushing in very quickly, and then we'll roll for initiative after that. So I'll let you. They're not attacking you as you get in. All right.
See, I told you they wouldn't attack us. Let's go.
All right. As you go in, everybody roll me initiative. All right. So Wizard Claws, you are first on the initiative.
Oh heavens, we're in the spider's nest now. At least they're not webby spiders.
Yeah.
Most of my jokes are web-based, so let's hope that they are.
You didn't account for rock spiders, did you, Sassel?
No, and I mean, the spider puns on this website are pretty bad anyway, so maybe we'll skip it.
They don't hold a candle to our bear puns.
No, that was good bear puns.
They're barely even close. I think he's just going to hold his turn for the moment, actually.
Okay. And then your familiar and your automatron.
Yeah, I think they're going to hold as well.
Okay. So after that, it is the gem spider's turn, is what I'm calling them. Yeah, so he's going to just come over and try to bite you. An 8 misses, so he does not bite you. But you see that he's very cautious, and he's going to actually try to, he moves up to attack you, but it's like just nipping at you, and he's actually going to move back a little bit. You do get an opportunity attack.
21 to hit with my wizard staff.
21 is absolutely a hit.
9 bludgeoning.
Yeah, so that's almost max damage.
Damn.
Yeah. So you see, as he goes back, he is, he tries to go in there and bite you. He misses, but then as he's backing up, you get a nice hit with this staff, and it cracks across like his hard, kind of like stone body, and it's a solid attack. And you see him, and he kind of like runs and he hides back behind one of the larger crystals, and it's giving him like half cover from where he is.
Cool. Then I'm going to shoot at him with my crossbow.
Okay. Shoot him with that crossbow. What did I do? An 11 is a miss.
Wow.
Yep, +1 magic, which is for being +1. Yep.
Nice. I move back here.
Umrin, it is your turn.
So I'm going to track down the spider that came after me and then attack it again. I'll choke up two-handed on my staff. 16 to hit?
16 is a hit.
Do you?
10 bludgeoning.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's a solid hit. So this guy, you see that he's trying to cower and hide back there, but you just get right up into his face and then hit him with one of your attacks, right? Because you got multiple. So
yeah.
You hit him for 10 damage. You see that he is just, it's a solid hit. You see cracks starting to show in like his carapace. And you see that he is he's kind of looking around and seeing where else he can go. He doesn't look like he seems very, very worried. But he's kind of hiding back where he is. You got another attack?
Yep.
Another 16.
Again.
A 16
wow.
is 9 bludgeoning.
Is a hit. Oh yeah, so this guy, you see that he is taking a serious beating from your bludgeoning attacks. A successful attack. What are you doing? Anything else?
Unarmed, 15 to hit.
Yeah, a 15 for these things is exactly a hit. So they have that as their AC. So 8. Yeah. So with the 8 damage, you see this thing as he tries to get away from this last hit, but you reach out with your, and just kind of kick him right in like the neck joint, and it just, they only have the 2 body segments, and it just kind of like, you hear like a weird crack, and he just collapses dead. So Zahn, he has these spears, so he's going to step up from where you are, and he's going to try to throw a spear that's kind of hiding behind the first one. Yeah, okay. Surprisingly, he hits this one as it was dodging, and you see it trying to dodge, but he rolled a 21 and an 18. And so even though he had disadvantage because this one took the dodge action, you see that it tries to dodge out of the way, but Zahn kind of predicts that, and he hits him with a solid hit of the spear that's going. And then as soon as Zahn steps up from above you in this geode, you see this thing that's kind of been hiding, and he blends in. These things blend in pretty good with this geode background. You see this large, it looks like a gem spider, but it's got a weird tail, so we'll call it a gem scorpion. And you see he drops down. As soon as Zahn left, he drops down. He turns towards you 3, and he's going to make an attack at Lord Wizard Claws and attack at Zizal with his claws. So the first attack for Lord Wizard Claws is a miss. The second attack at Zizal is a 12. I'm guessing that's a miss. I'm rolling shittiest shit rolls. But then you see after he hits those, you see this, like his gems, you see like this weird inner light start to go, and you see it like channeling down towards his tail, and out of his tail comes this beam of yellow light, and it tries to strike the one in the middle, which is Cal. And this beam of light, oh man.
Cal's not making it out of here, guys.
Yeah. Oh. Can you guys see these? I'm guessing you guys can't see these.
Yeah, that was a
attack rolls.
crap.
I can
Okay,
see.
so you do see it.
I see it.
Yes. Unfortunately.
See clearly now. But
Cal's, this thing just this is not expected. I did not expect it to happen, but Cal just gets a laser burned in the middle of his chest, and Cal is like, there's just a hole in Cal's chest. Like,
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it happens. Oh.
Yeah, well, it's better than having it on you guys, I guess.
So, from where Umran is, can he tell that he's just like dead?
Yeah, oh yeah, I mean, there's a hole blasted about this big in his chest.
Oh
like, you know, seen those movies where like somebody gets shot in a shotgun and you see like ribs and like guts. That's what it looks like. This is just like a laser beam, basically just shot him dead center of his chest, and his armor is just useless against this. This like laser that you've seen anything like this.
Pull one out.
And you see, as it does that, you see it start to chatter a little bit. And then
which one? The Cal is the little one, right?
Cal's the little one. He's the one who was, he was hiding in the back.
Yeah.
Did
you add a hole to his avatar, or was that there already? That little his chest plate looks like it's a hole. No,
that's the little light, but that's really funny. So that's so that is we can keep him there. That is the wand wielding
torchette
lantern,
what I've called it.
The torchette, if you want to call him Torchy McGee. They're sharing a spot. Race. But yeah, this so you see them, he just basically in one hit took out one of your companions, and you see him starting to chatter, and while there's this guy's dead, the 2 that remain, you see that they are they chatter back. They're having some sort of communication, it seems. I'll give him like a thing, so you know that he's dead. There he is. He's dead. It is now Lord Wizard Claws. I know you held your turn, but it is back up to your turn again.
Yeah, well, I was kind of curious about what was actually going to happen once we all got in there. So that was the reason for holding.
I understand completely. That was not a wasted
Cal got
a wasted
blasted
turn.
before it happened.
I mean, any one of us could have gotten blasted, really.
Yeah,
that could happen.
absolutely. So that was not. Yeah, that was
Okay.
not expected, but that's very.
All of a sudden, I really
story-wise,
care
that's
about
awesome.
5
I'm so
timber
happy
damage.
it happened.
Yeah, that's intense. Okay,
Yeah,
well,
you're
so this gem scorpion is right in front of us.
Yeah, he's right in front of you.
Okay. I think as in action, he will disengage
Yep.
and run underneath and probably come up near Umarin where this dead spider is hanging out.
Mhm.
I think he'll command Tiny Servant to begin its assault.
Okay.
It's going to use 3 charges of its Wand of Magic Missile to cast a level 3 magic missile spell.
Yeah. So so that was a really good. So this wand of magic missiles just did some work on this thing.
Yeah. Was it 17 total damage?
17
Yeah.
total damage on this thing. Yeah, and it's
So like
force
a-
damage,
a-
so it just
It's a torch
automatically
like,
hits.
with a Roman candle.
I think it is just like standing there, just like doing nothing, and just like all these little pops just start firing off. And then to finish up his turn, he'll have Fiona it's not going to leave its range, but it's going to come over and give Zeisel a help if he needs help.
So these this yellow gem spider here, it's his turn now because all your guys went, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, they did.
And so he's going to go over to kind of peek around the corner, and he's going to like hide. He's bigger than you are, and he's going to take a swipe at you.
How dare you?
And he is going to hit you with the old bite. I'm guessing a 12 does not hit. You have a super high AC, right?
He
It's like
does 18, yeah.
I thought so. Yeah. Well, I mean, he still sees you as the squishiest character.
That's
So he's going to go for you, but he misses. Zeisel, it is your turn.
All right.
So there's another guy here. You can kind of see him, but you can't really. He's got full cover from where he is.
I'm not at all worried about that thing.
Yeah, I'm just letting you know.
I'm right next to this giant fucking monster.
laser
Yeah.
scorpion.
Yeah, laser scorpion.
Okay. I am going to cast Bestow Curse I'm going to cast a spell instead of try to hit it with my crossbow.
All right, so it has to roll, right?
Yes, it has to make a wisdom saving throw.
Because
Let's make a wisdom saving throw, become cursed.
all right,
Oh, I hope it gets fucking cursed.
I
he
do too.
yeah. What's so he's got a 12.
Yep, 14 is the DC.
Yeah, perfect. All right, he's cursed.
All right, so this curse does a couple things that are beneficial. I can choose one ability score. While cursed, the target has disadvantage on ability checks and saving throws made with that ability score.
Yeah.
I'm going to choose, I kind of doubt this thing's super wise, but I'm going to choose wisdom because a lot of my shit makes them do wisdom.
Okay.
So that's one thing it does. While cursed, the target has disadvantage on attack rolls against me,
Fair enough.
which I am very happy about.
Oh, your attacks
Disadvantage-
deal damage too.
Yes. While cursed, the target must make a wisdom saving throw at the start of each turn. If it fails, it wastes an action and does nothing. Fuck you. While the target is cursed, your attacks and spells do extra 1d8 necrotic to the target.
What a great spell.
I've been waiting for that one, but I also don't want to ever get close enough to touch something. So I'm like,
Does he actually
Yeah.
just like end up just cursing them out?
yeah, he's cursing something fierce. But I feel like I like sprint up, like smack, and then run back real quick.
Yeah.
But then you get the opportunity to attack, so I'm scared. I think I'm going to try to run. I'm going to try to move away from him,
Okay.
but I don't want to go and try to get some cover behind this pillar.
So he's going to, because you did that, he's going to try to swipe out at you with one of his claws,
Yes.
as is will to do. But he has disadvantage on this attack, correct? Because
Yes.
it's against you.
Yep.
He's still, he hit.
Hit it 15?
He rolled a 21 and a 22. I shouldn't have. Yeah, he does have a pretty high plus to hit.
Mhm.
It's
Some
clear
bad
this is a
things are
boss,
gonna happen.
so this
Yeah,
is-
number one,
Yeah, we're clearly fucked.
you're going to take some damage.
Yup.
You're not fucked because there's a good. If you read that curse, bestow curse, you see that that he may not be able to move the next turn.
Yes.
So but you are now back there because you took 6 damage, but you are also grappled
Motherfuck.
from within his claw.
claw.
So his claw,
You're scared of the claw.
If you're scared of the claw, it'll get you.
or 6 damage.
I was gonna say, how did it get more?
So you took your 6 damage,
Okay.
and you can't you attempt to run away, but he somehow attempts to grab you, even through the curse. And
Okay,
he
well, I
is-
had 5 extra health, so that
you're down to
I'm just one
one
down.
hit point,
Yeah.
which was not bad. So now this other one is going to come out of his hiding. He sees the bigger one jump out and attack. It boldens him, and he's going to run up. And once again, the nearest one is Lord Wizard Claws, and he's going to attack Lord Wizard Claws with a bite again, and it's a miss. With an 8. So Lord Wizard Claws, once again, he just nimbly jumps out of the way of these things with his cat-like reflexes. And that is his turn. It is Umrin. It is your turn now.
Just as a point of order, those are actually just cat reflexes. They're not cat-like.
Yeah, good point. Reflexes of a cat.
So Umrin's going to move away and leave you all. No, I'm just kidding. He's going to move far enough just to get a 10-foot distance in order to use Charger as my action to come and attack the big scorpion, Jim Scorpion. So that means I use my action to dash, and I can use a bonus action to make.
Okay, you successfully do your charge attack. So give me that attack.
17 to hit.
17 is 17 is a hit.
So that is 9 damage plus 5, 14 total damage, and I get an extra attack. Oh, boopity boop 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 boop. There was poison.
Yeah, you had the poison on there, and it took and you had it on your staff, right?
That's on my gloves.
Yeah. You have it on the gloves, not the staff.
Mm-hmm. DC
Oh, I see,
10
martial arts
Constitution
gloves.
saving throw.
Okay, let me hit that. He got it.
Oh, lucky.
So he passes the Constitution check. But yeah, he's not poisoned, but he did take a hit, and you get a second attack, right? You don't get your bonus attack because that was your charger, but you do get a second attack, right? Hit me with that second attack. 18 is a hit for 4 damage.
More damage. So it's 18 total this round. And that's all for me.
And I'm guessing this is unarmed as well, so we have to roll another one, or does one save for the poison, or
I think that's. Let's see. I think it says a creature hit by the poison weapon must take a saving throw. So I think it's every time.
Yeah, it's every single time. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so who's going to do another Constitution save?
For
a 10.
He has to beat 10, yeah. Which isn't too
So he hit 10, so he made it. Okay. So he passes. Advantage always goes to the roller ties.
I say pick on someone who will be your own size.
Okay. So Zahn, he sees that there's this big one jump out. He looks to you. He looks at Lord Wizard Claws, and he turns to you and he goes, "We cannot be surrounded and pincered. Kills this one. I will hold off these two." So he's going to move down here, and you see that he is next to Lord Wizard Claws now, so you get a defensive bonus if you are like you needed it, but you do. And he's you see him. He's going to his attack with his amazing short sword because he's definitely a damage dealer. It is a 15. He does hit. It clinks off and it doesn't seem to be doing a lot of damage. And he gets another attack. He's going to do the same thing. 18. So he does. Once again he hits this thing, but these short swords just don't seem like they're doing much against this thing. Whose turn is it? It is Lord Wizard Claws. It is your turn.
Okay. Disengage. So I think he will take the disengage action. Does he have any cover from this spider scorpion?
Yeah. So you can it's big enough that you are small enough that you could cast a spell and then kind of like hide yourself back in there to give yourself cover.
Okay. As he kind of crosses by, he'll cast Dragon's Breath on Fiona. And he did regain a level 3 spell slot as he for his arcane recovery, so he'll use that to cast that Dragon's Breath.
Yep.
Yeah, and then so for Fiona's turn, she'll force a save against the gem spider scorpion.
Okay. Fails.
So it's 4d6 because it's cast with a higher spell slot. 16 chilly damage.
Chilly damage. Okay. Yeah. So you see that this this creature is this cone of cold comes out of its breath and it hits this giant gem spider and it just, you can see that it does ache into its joints. You see that it's got this rime of frost over all of it. You see that it gets hurt and it starts clacking to the other ones nervously, and you see
You can see the arthritis set in.
I'm old. Stop hurting me with cold. And then Tiny Servant will use another magic missile at level 3.
11 damage. All right, and it does a considerable amount of damage on this thing. These magical bolts come out of the wand and just strike them all over its body. You see the force just kind of rocket and make cracks in its much thicker carapace. But it is, now it still looks like it's getting, and it is its turn. It's going to roll its all important will save.
Oh, curse.
With curse. So it has to roll 2 and it has to be a 14. So both have to be above 14. A 21 and a 9. So it doesn't do anything, does it?
Does nothing.
Right.
But just for its whole turn.
Curse. You must make wisdom save to the start of each turn. If it fails, it wastes its action that turn doing nothing.
Yep.
Snorlax. God damn it.
Yeah. So it uses. So it does. I mean, it has a move action. So I'm guessing that's what it is. It could move if it wanted to, but it's not going to move. So it's confused. This curse. It tries to move, but it can't. The wisdom, it failed its wisdom save, so it's a little confused on what's happening. All right, after that, it is the smaller yellow gem spiders down here. It's going to attack Zahn, and it's going to hit it with the bite. So you see that it finally connects with this, with a bite on Zahn. And let me see, Zahn, when it bites, you see that it holds on for just a split second, and you see Zahn, struggling. They have poison, it seems, but you see that he's able to hold on, and it doesn't really affect him, but he knows that from the tingling in his leg, he could have gotten a lot worse. So that was its turn. It is now Zizal's turn.
All right.
So you are grappled by this thing.
I'm grappled.
Yeah.
I'm going to viciously mock him, the big one.
Yeah, and he has to roll the check, but he doesn't, because it's not like a targeted thing because you're right next to it. It's and he has to roll a save, so he doesn't. It's not.
Yeah, I don't get disadvantage.
Yes, exactly. So that's always why if you're next to him, rolling something that they have to roll is always a benefit.
He is the one with disadvantage.
He is the one
who is the
ball licker. I said that yesterday and nobody got it.
Nobody will.
You are the ones who are the ball lickers. So he's going to roll his wisdom again.
Yep.
And they both have to be above 14, right?
Yep.
20 and an 18.
Shit.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just got real wise suddenly.
Yeah, well, this is the one that you wanted him to pass on. You don't want. He failed on the worst one. So
Yeah.
good. So all of a sudden he's, you see him shake off of it when you're trying to, like, he doesn't even have to understand you, right? He just has to
Has to hear it. Nope.
Yep. But you see him like he shakes it off for a second, and he doesn't take any damage from it. But it is this one's turn now. So it sees that its boss is kind of in a bad spot, or he's going to leave Zahn, and he's going to go like right here. So he's going to go around.
Does Zahn get an opportunity of attack?
Zahn absolutely gets an opportunity to attack.
Good at Zahn.
Zahn's going to roll and swing at him with his longsword. A 15 is a hit. So let's hit him with the short sword, and he takes a whole 5 piercing damage. This spider, and he's going to go over. He saw that thing breathed. This little spider breathed fire.
Ice.
And he's going ice, and he's going to go reach out, and he's going to. He's flanking the spider, and he's going to try to just put this spider out. 16.
It's probably a hit on a spider.
Yeah.
AC 12. HP 1.
Yeah, the spider's dead.
Oh, Fiona.
Yeah. But, I mean, you can summon Fiona back, right? It's not permadeath.
Yeah,
I would hope.
She's a familiar.
I don't want to ruin the story like everybody. I'm going to get all
she
the
just
hate mail.
Poof.
Yeah, I know.
Everybody dies.
Yeah, I mean,
This
you
is
see
the one
that,
where everyone dies.
Umrin, it is now your turn. And so now you see you are next to the gem spider. You have the gem scorpion. You have the medium-sized gem spider to your right, and then Zahn is engaged with a medium-sized gem spider.
Okay.
And you know that punching it didn't really do as much damage as you would have wished.
Two-handed strike with the staff, 16 to hit.
16 is a hit.
7 bludgeoning. I'll spend a key to use stunning strike. So he has to make a
Is that a wisdom
Constitution
save?
No, unfortunately. Constitution has to save 13.
Okay, con save for 13. He makes it with a 22.
Ooh, he's avoiding all my tricks.
Yeah. I mean, he's... Yeah.
This is a boss fight, baby.
This is a boss fight, baby. But, yeah.
I'll just use my extra attack. Again,
The 21 is a hit. The unarmed of a 16 is a miss. And you see that after this unarmed hit, he is wobbling. He does not look like he is long for this world.
Reaction.
I'll take it. Yeah, he can.
Are you gonna move?
Try. Yeah.
Okay. He will.
Oh, if he gets you get grappled.
You do. Because he still has. Yeah. So one of his claws uses the Sizal. He attacks with his other claw. 17. Is that hit?
Hang on a second. Yeah, I could silvery barbs him to make that not happen. This last thing not happen. Yeah, let's do that. I've never used this before. I say some funny ass shit and I distract this Spider-Man monster. You magically distract the triggering creature and turn its momentary uncertainty into encouragement for another creature. The triggering creature, this spider monster, must re-roll the d20 and use the lower roll. So he's got me in the air holding, and I'm just yelling and barking and
So he's
all
gonna have
the
to
curse words
re-roll
I
his
know.
attack, his claw attack, and I will give you both rolls. The lower roll is a miss, so you get your health back, Umrin, and you're able to get out of there if you want.
And then, so I choose the other creature within range. Who's coming up? Yeah, should be on then. And they have advantage on their next roll, ability check, or saving throw they make within a minute.
Okay. So Zahn. Okay. So
I yell to Zahn, "Yo, Zahn! The Pearson don't look like it's doing too well. Bludgeon these fucks."
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know if he has a bludgeoning.
He's got his butt spear.
Yeah, he used the butt end really too.
He does. I mean, you could.
Yeah.
He could always use the butt end.
Butt him! That might get in the air flying around. I imagine he's being held like up in the air.
Use your butt. Use your butt. Like your mom always said.
So yeah, so he's so it's his turn. So he is going to take that embattlement, and he's going to turn her over one of his spears, and he's going to whack at it with the butt end, the bludgeoning end. I'll still give him the spear attack roll because that's he's trained in the spear, and so he's going to attack it. And he has advantage, right? So 17. Mm-hmm. So he does get, and it's not 7 piercing, it's 7 bludgeoning. But once again, when he hits this thing, it doesn't look like it really goes through as much. Maybe it's not the damage type,
I may have been wrong about that, Zon. Sorry.
But it's fine. He still did as much damage as he normally does. You see him; he takes a wicked hit right on the neck of this thing, and it. But once again, like it just kind of bounces off. It's trying to hit stone with a piece of wood, and he gets another attack, and he's going to. But this time with that, he's just going to try to stab out. He's just attacking it normally. It doesn't seem like anything he really does is going to be great. He's going to attack it with his short sword. The 20, he definitely hits. 6 piercing damage. So, he reaches out with his short sword and tries to scratch at this thing. You see chips of the carapace come off, but once again, it doesn't look like Zon's set up to do a lot of damage in this fight.
Oh, by design, I would assume.
I didn't think about this, but no, Zon's not he's a defensive character. He's just like, he's not there to do damage. He's like, I'm stalling him, put the other one out of the misery, and then we can focus on this one. But he doesn't seem concerned or not doing much damage. What do you think of? Okay,
I've used every curse word I know.
All right, so we're gonna in this round we're putting it back in the correct order. So I'm gonna let the gem scorpion go. He kind of just delayed the last time, which was fine. It wouldn't have changed anything. He still has to roll a. How long does this last? A long time, right? This the whole fight,
a long time, buddy.
I mean, even if it's a minute, it's freaking long.
10 rounds, yeah. So his wisdom, he rolls a 12 and a 19. That's not good enough.
Not good enough. It's a 14.
That's 14.
I'm doing stuff.
Yeah. So he is. Once again, he's just still confused. You see that he takes his action. It just doesn't seem like he's doing anything. He's just like he's on the verge of death. His brain is just addled from this curse, and he just stands stunned as he just never considered that he would actually be defeated. And it is now Lord Wizard Claw's turn.
I mean, locking up things turn that's huge. Like,
that's huge. Yeah, and like, why would you not choose wisdom?
Right? All of my spells are wisdom. Like,
and
I'm looking
also
through.
like
the save is wisdom.
The save is wisdom.
It's own save, yes. So, but like Tasha's hypnotic pattern, vicious mind, they're all wisdom. So I was going on like maybe I should do. No, what the fuck? Why am I even thinking about this? This is an obvious answer.
Yeah. Wizard Claws as a free action will use Magic Paw to retrieve his last vial of Alchemist Fire from his little pouch of holding.
Wait.
I'm sorry?
One more thing.
Yeah.
So this curse, this bestow curse, it looks like you have to choose one of the options. So it doesn't get to do everything. So which one did you want? We're not going to retcon.
Yeah.
But I'm going to say, so it's not going to have a disadvantage on the. So if you wanted the.
Yeah, I think that one.
Yes.
The one where you have to make a wisdom saving throw, or
waste its action.
Yeah, that's too valuable to not be it.
Yeah, so I'm going to say that it made this one because even though the last one, I don't know which one it was, the positive or negative.
Yeah,
because that does seem super powerful that you, So we're going to say
lock you. Lock down.
So you get disadvantage against your own check to cure it. So that's why it's. So that was I didn't read the rules close enough. That's oops. But we are going to say that it's able to snap out of it this time.
Okay.
So you did get basically one free action from this thing.
Yeah.
So what it's going to do is
because I didn't do any of the other things that it
was
supposed to.
Yeah. Well, it did get disadvantage on you on the attack when you ran away, and it still made it. So it did have most of the other things.
okay.
Yeah, I guess it actually
Um,
didn't even necessarily affect the game.
So what it's going to
Yeah.
do is it's going to hit. It's going to reach out and it's going to get its claw attack against the thing that's been blasting it with magic missiles. How much health does that thing have? Because it hit with the 21.
Yeah, 21 definitely has. I think it's like 10. AC class is 15. Hit points is 10, 40, or 44.
Yeah. So with the 10, that 10 is good because it reaches out and it tries to snip at this thing. It does release Zizal, just
I'm
because it
free.
reaches out with that. And it seems to crush this thing, but this thing has a little bit of life left in it. It only did 9 damage.
Oh.
That's why one. So it's going to have to take its other claw attack to hit this thing. It hits with a 19,
Does hit.
and it's going to do the extra damage. So this thing just gets crushed in this thing's claws. Your little lantern.
Oh, shit.
You know the.
Does that
But
mean
it
that I'm plunged
freaking-
into
it did
darkness
work.
now?
Better it than Zizal.
Yeah, exactly. And now, so it used both of its claw attacks at that. It's got its laser, and it is going to just turn towards Zizal, who's right in front of him, and you see it charge up that laser. Its tail attack.
Wait. Can we talk about this?
Yeah.
I hope you have one of those silvery barbs left over.
I fucking do.
All right. What is your AC?
Oh,
No, I'll just tell you. I don't know what your
Not
AC
enough.
is. Does a 16 hit?
Yeah. So yes, mine is a 15. So I'm gonna
Oh
do
my
another
God.
silvery barbs.
Perfect. Wait, have you gone since your last silvery barbs?
What do you mean? Have I gone?
You only get one reaction per turn.
Oh, yeah. I'm the last one.
Who did he cast it on last time? These rounds are taking so long. There's so many fucking things going on.
You cast it on him when Umbin tried to run away. Have you gone since then? No, you
No.
You go
Shit.
before.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's going to hit.
Fudge.
You take with 8 radiant damage as this laser just hits you square right in the chest.
8 damage. I've been hit harder than that by a beer bottle.
It wasn't meant to one shot you. That was just
Fucking one shot at that
that
other
was a
little
crit
kid we were
and
hanging out
really
with.
high rolls. Yeah, it was really high rolls on a crit. So yeah,
Had me
you take
sweating.
8 damage as this thing, and what it's going to do. So I'm just gonna.
I didn't need to hide behind this pillar.
Yeah.
And it just stands. It's still on its. It's not long for this world, but it just reaches out with its tail laser and just points it at you, and that's its turn. It stands still. It's just going to try to put as many of you out. It knows that it's dying, but it's just going to try to kill as many of you as possible
What a dick.
before he goes out. It is now Lord Wizardclaws, your turn.
Cool. All right. Well, if the thing's, I don't know. All right. He'll do what he was doing before. He will pull out his last vial of Alchemist Fire with Magic Paw and then use Catapult to send it toward the Gem Scorpion. Okay. So it needs to make a DC 14 Dex save or be hit. They might be dexterous.
He is not, but he does make it.
No, nuts.
So he does dodge out of the way of this catapult.
It's one spell slot down.
Yeah. You got anything else?
Let's see. No, I think in terms of that was a leveled spell slot, so he can't really do anything else aside from that.
He's gonna go. This yellow gem spider is just gonna go up. He doesn't. He sees Zizal. He sees the wizard claws. He sees everybody. And he doesn't know what to do. He's gonna go after the squishy target again. He just sees his master, or this big one, and he's dying. And so he's just, he's just lashing out, trying to do anything. He's gonna bite. It's just he is completely choosing the wrong target. He thinks you're the softest target, but you're just nimbly jumping out of his way every single time. He just cannot hit that 18. And so you completely misses, but he's still right there. It is now, Zizal, your turn.
Oh, finally.
I'm gonna try to viciously mock it.
Okay. So a DC 14 wisdom save.
Mm-hmm.
So he is not disadvantaged on wisdom anymore.
Nope.
And he hits a 14 exactly.
Motherfucker.
Yeah. So it is now the other one's turn. Or are you going to do anything? I'm sorry.
I mean, the only thing I can try to do is run. He's going to try to grab me again.
You've used 0 bardic inspiration so far. I'm just going to let you know.
I forget that those exist.
Yeah.
What do they do?
Somebody else gets a bonus, a d6 on their roll, and it's like a bonus action for you. So if you're not going to use a bonus action, it's probably a good idea.
Okay, I'll do that. I'll give Umran one.
Okay. So this...
Be inspired.
So you tell a joke that just cracks up so much that Umran is like, yeah, that's hilarious.
I'm gonna kill things now.
And as he does that, you see this creature has had good luck at biting Zahn so far, so he's going to try to keep biting Zahn. The one below it. Jesus.
Cheese and rice.
Yeah, that is a crit. And he's going to have to roll a con save. So, oh man. First, he takes 13 damage from the actual crit of the bite. Now he has to roll a con save, or we'll see. Where's his? It's not looking good. This bite, he just finds an artery and a vein in his leg somehow, and he's injecting this poison in.
Artery and a
Let's
vein.
see if he can. Ooh,
An artery and a vein.
Yeah, both. He finds both. One in the artery, one fang in the vein.
Just enough.
So Zahn, he just, from this crit, these are bad. Zahn, he turns you and you see that he's trying to like hold off like he did in this thing, but there's just no holding off of this poison. And he just turns to you and you see that like the blood rush out from his face and he looks very, very pale, like he's about to pass out, like somebody's donating blood. And he just turns to you and he goes, "Oh no, this is not good." And you see him, he's up, but I will tell you right now, he has 2 hit points.
Ugh.
Like I may need some help.
None of us can heal.
Yeah.
Stay up, buddy.
All right, Umran, it is your turn.
So I will step over the dead spider from before. I will use 1 key in Hands of Healing. That sucks. 2. So he gets 3.
So he gets 3 hit points. You see that some of the blood, it's like some of the color returned to his face, and he turns to you and goes, "Thank you, brother." But you still have.
Okay, so I'm using Flurry
8 is a miss.
of Blows. Shit. Okay.
Roll a d6 because you have Bardic Inspiration if you want to use it. I think you get to roll the dice before you choose of whether to use it or not.
I'll use it. Yeah.
So that makes it a 13, right? So with a 13 is still not quite good enough to hit him. So you give him just a little bit of healing. You try to strike out at this thing, but you're really focused on keeping Zahn alive. So now Zahn turns to you, and you see them. He kind of like bashes his shield and his short sword together, and like pumps himself up. And he's going to use his second wind as a fighter. And you see that he kind of like he comes back to life, and this thing has cracks all around it. He finally finds a place to put the spear into one of those cracks, and he stabs in and just completely. Puts this thing out of its misery. It finds a gap in its carapace and sinks the spear 2-handed into it. And then, like, you see the battle rage, like the surge, like kind of wash over him, and he comes a little bit back to his sense, and he's like, he realizes he drops his shield, and he's like, as this thing collapses, and he's like, "Let's finish this fight."
Huzzah.
These things,
Hazan.
yeah, Hazan.
Hazan.
It's after that. Gem Scorpion is now completely dead.
Yay.
Lord Wizard Claws, it's your turn.
Cool. Since he has no more minions, he'll cast Dragon Breath on himself as a bonus action, and then use his action to force a DC 14 Dex save on the spider that's in front of him.
DC 14, he gets a 6.
Okay, 3d6 damage because that was cast at the normal level 2 spell slot. 16 damage. Wow.
Wow. Yeah. So you see that. What damage type? Cold again?
Cold, frosty, chilly breath.
Yeah, so once again, you see that frost rime cover him, and you see that he's like, he takes a step back, and his legs start to shake a little bit. He is also looks like he is not long for this world.
Teach you to assault my minions.
So it is the gem spider's turn. So he looks at you. He's going to try to do this bite. He's not been successful yet. Still not successful. That 18 is just too much for him. He cannot get around how nimbly bimbly you hop around.
Leaping from tree to tree.
Yeah, and you see that he's a little bit slowed also from that frost. It is just he doesn't have even come close to hitting you. But he's gonna keep going at it. Zizal, it is your turn.
All right. This is the one that Chris attacked?
Yes, it looks pretty. There's lots of cracks on it. I mean, it looks like it's like stumbling. It's not. It's pretty badly hurt.
Okay, I'm going to try to shoot it with my crossbow.
Hit him with the old crossbow. 16 is a hit.
Nice shot, Zazen.
Ba-ding!
All right, and you see that it's this crossbow just kind of goes through like two of his arms, and those arms don't look like they're doing anything anymore. Doesn't put him out yet, but it looks like he is like struggling even harder. Like he is
Fudge.
just a few hit points away from death. You want to do anything else? Yeah. So this one that was biting Zahn, he's just going to turn to the nearest target, which is Umrin. You see now that like there's no battle plan anymore. They're just, they're cornered and scared, and they're just lashing out. But it's no coordinated attack anymore. If what you kind of saw was somewhat of a coordinated attack, an 11 to hit you, Umrin.
No, that's a miss.
Yeah, it's just not going to work out. He tries to lash out at your foot, but you just raise it up slightly out of his reach, and he's no chance of him biting you. And he's going to stand still. He's going to actually kind of like move over here, just kind of getting between you and the other creatures. He doesn't want to leave, but he doesn't want to just get surrounded. And it is, Umrin, your turn.
17 to hit with two-handed on the staff.
Yep, 17 is a hit.
For 8 bludgeoning damage.
Yeah. So even though the bludgeoning damage from Zahn didn't seem like it went through, you feel like with this wizard staff, you feel like when you hit it, like this magical reverberation, and it looks like he took full damage.
So I'll do that again. 6 more.
24. Yep.
And then I'll.
Yeah, and now he definitely looks like he's getting hit pretty hard.
It's like boop, 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 boop.
Yeah, lots of. Whoop. So on the third attack, which is your martial arts unarmed, you try to go in with your like an elbow or something like that, and it just doesn't seem like it does as much damage as the magical staff you have. But it still did some damage, but you just don't feel like it's solidly connected, like you're kicking a rock. And so Zahn, he is moving. He's just going to go over there and pick up his shield that he dropped when he's two-handed, and he just looks over at you and nods. It takes his action to pick up the shield, and he's going to keep moving over and kind of. Let's see. Yeah, he can't really get around that, in combat without like losing his good footing. So he's going to choose not to, and he's just going to kind of corner this thing with you. And it is Lord Wizard Claws. It is your turn again.
Okay, so he'll run around nimbly, having fun playing with this spider, and then he'll force another intelligence save.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, I rolled that prematurely. I apologize.
That's fine. I mean, his intelligence score, I'll tell you, is 2. So it's -4.
Yeah, I mean, you never know. You never know.
Holy shit. He rolled a 19, so that's a 15. Does that pass?
Yes, it does.
Holy crap. I was not expecting
That's
that.
to say, you never know.
Yeah.
Too bad, because that was a rocks on the damage roll. But he does take 6 damage.
Great.
He takes half.
Yeah, well, he's dead then. 6 is enough to put him under. So,
Okay.
even though, you see that he's like you try to get Weasel into his mind, and he has just enough strength to try to like withstand it. But even with that, it's just not enough, and you see him just collapse.
How disappointing. Zahn, what are you doing over here?
So he did. So now you see this thing, and this thing's also like bloodied. You know, it looks like it's not long. You know, it is stumbling. It looks like it's hurt. You know, and he's kind of cornered in the thing. I'm just, you know, after it doesn't take like with all of you guys cornering and just beating down on this thing. I'm just going to roll one attack roll to see on Umrin to see if he does any damage as he's dying. Let's get one. And it's a fumble. Perfect. So as he's going, you see that he tries to just he tries to reach out desperately, and you block with your staff, and his jaw is like unhinged, and you see like his his mandible is now like kind of hanging loosely to the side, and then you just take that momentum and just crush and beat this guy down, and you are now in this geode. By yourself. You look around, and it is one of the most beautiful things you've ever seen. Like now that you're not worried about dying.
What about Cal? Is he still dying or is he dead?
Oh, he dead.
Oh yeah, we're checking on Cal.
Yeah, I'm using the whatever the he had one
wait.
attack that took him from full health to dead.
Yeah.
Massive damage rules.
Yeah.
Right.
So there's
Oh,
the
Zahn,
massive
I'm
damage rules.
sorry that your friend actually did become spatter food in the end.
Yeah, I just think that there's no way that you could patch up a hole that thing. I mean, he's not dying; he's dead.
That's all.
Yeah.
All I have is some potions.
Yeah,
Nothing.
So
potent
Zahn
enough.
comes over to Zahn comes. You can pour it into his open chest. Where it doesn't seem to be doing it. And Zahn looks at him, and he you see him reach over and close his eyes with his finger. And he turns to him and goes, "That is the way that is that I hope to die one day." He was very scared. He was not a fighter, but he remembered that he followed us in here. He did still put his life at risk when he was the most scared, and that is something to be admired.
Yes. I'd
and
say that it's even
that is
braver when you're
something
not a
that
fighter.
we all- Yes, I am very proud of him. Proud to have served next to him. I'm proud to have served next to you. I wish all people were that brave. And he has this disdain in his voice, and you can you don't even need a insight check to know who he's talking about. He is just pissed that somebody in his team would just leave them at a time of crisis.
How is everyone else? Are there any injuries?
Yes, well, we have suffered a significant loss. I wonder if we could have just a moment of silence for our old friend Lumi, the torch that lit our way.
Oh, so you go over to it's Lumi's scattered remain, he is just a crushed torch now, a lantern now. His legs that he magically sprouted from your spell are just hanging loosely.
It's gone.
He's just he's gone, and Zahn just turns to you, and he's like, for being admittedly not your spells are very powerful. I've
Oh, do go on, please.
I was expecting a magic cat to be kind of a novelty, and to do some neat tricks. But
This is true. Have you seen some of my tricks? He
I
does a
have seen
few.
they are very neat.
He rolls on his belly.
Yeah, what's very neat? He gives him some scratches. It's kicking ass. That's very neat. And he pats you on the top of his head, not in a condescending way, but it is he's very impressed with all of your combat expertise. He's I can see why you are a skilled party. I can see why you can be underestimated, but I promise that I won't do it again.
Yes, we count on most people underestimating us. It's part of our strategy.
Yeah, so he goes over to Cal and he kind of picks Cal up. He's a very small, light body, and he just drapes him over his shoulder, and he just kind of looks around this geode and he's like, "This is what do you make of this?"
That's it for this week's episode. Don't forget to subscribe to the podcast if you haven't already, and head over to +1togaming.com for more live discussions, actual plays, character creation tips, and more. Thanks so much for listening, and we'll catch you next time.